tips and tricks for Ranch Sim. This is just part one because there is a lot to cover. And in this one, I'm going to be explaining a little bit about the animals in the game and general care, and mostly making and selling meat and cheeses from the animals. So let's dive in. So here we have my current ranch that is still a work in progress. I have chickens, cows, and goats, and pigs. We have some bees over there. Here are the pigs, the cows, and the goats are also in here. So, this is the ranch. So, any animals that can get milk, you could do it twice a day. I have two separate containers here, one for cow milk, one for goat milk, since that is what I have. And then I have an extra one just in case. Before you get the expensive milker that I have, you just use a bucket. And you have to do it a couple times because the bucket doesn't hold it all. So then this handy machine, hook it up, and it does it for you. You don't have to go back and forth with one bucket. And you do that twice a day with any of the animals that can be milked. So here we have the pigs. Pigs are pretty simple to take care of. All you have to do is make sure that they have food and water, which they do. And that's all you have to check on for them. And then when they are ready, they get to be slaughtered, and they are probably the best money-making animals you can have. So if you get a male and female, start getting the little babies. They'll grow up to be nice and big, and the you grind the meat, and then you make it into sausage, and that gets you lots of money. So this has been my favorite chicken coop so far. There is a much fancier one that takes more metal, it's cement and stuff, but this has worked for me so far. And what I love about it is you take out the drawers and you can collect the eggs if there are any in the drawers. Over here, I have a separate chicken coop for the rooster and hen together, so that I know which eggs are fertilized, even though it's very easy to check if you have a little machine that tells you. But here they have a little chick that I will be moving to the other chicken coop. So this machine is nice to have. You turn it on here, take an egg, put it in there, and you can either look up close to see if you can see if the egg is fertilized, or what I like to do is just put all the eggs in there, take it out, put it in the basket, and it'll tell me fertilized egg, or it'll just say egg. But we know that's a fertilized egg, so it can go back in this chicken coop over here. So let's talk about making cheese. In here, we have some goat milk. I have enough for one right now. Now, one thing that you definitely should invest in is buying the mold for the cheese. So you add it to the pot. There's only one mold for the goat cheese. Now, another thing you can do is add an egg in there, and that also increases your profit. And then you cook it up. And after that is completely cooked, we get it out of the pan and bring it into here where you can store your cheeses until they are ready to go. When they're ready to go, they look something like this. And you can store them in the cooler until you're ready to take them and sell them at the store. And here we go. This is ready to sit on a shelf. Now, same thing for the cow cheese, but for the cow cheese, you also, the blue mold is probably the best for that. And like I said, you can add an egg to it to increase profits even more. Since eggs don't really get you much profit at all, it's good to use them for something in the game. Once your cheese is done, go take it from the cooler. And you don't have to bring it all the way to the store, regular store. Right here at the burger shop, go in. It'll tell you what the specials are for today and what multiplier you'll get for selling it here instead. So right now, I have my cheese, and I leave it right here on the loading dock. Go on here. So the cow cheese with blue mold, I get more for it because of the multiplier. And as you can see, you make a good amount of money on cheese. But you sell those and make a profit. So important things to think about when you go to the store, just the regular one, the general store. Some important things to have are coolers, multiple of them. If you go hunting, it's really good to be able to store a bunch of the meat in there, or when you're making sausages or cheese, you can store it all in there. Pan, you need that for making sausage or cheese. Egg basket, I think it makes you get an egg basket in the beginning anyway, so that you can collect eggs from the chickens they make you buy. Feed is important until you get a silo. Milk cans, if you have cows, you need that to store it in. The stunner is if you're going to kill your meat to eat it. Milking machine, definitely recommend. If you wanted to name your animals, you can get the ear tags, but if you don't have a lot of money, it's not really worth it. But you have your meat grinder and the sausage stuffer. Those are manual. And if you have the money for it, I suggest the electric meat grinder and the electric sausage stuffer. But that's only once you've made some money and are able to afford it. And here is the mold for cheese. Highly recommend blue for cow, and there's only one for goat, but it definitely increases your profits and it's worth it in the long run. Here is the ovoscope. That is for checking if the eggs are fertilized. And small bucket for goats, steel bucket or wood bucket for cows until you get the milker. This barrel is for if you are doing honey, so is the hive frame and the bee smoker. And seeds and all of that I have not gotten into just because I'm focusing on the animals at this point. So that is what is worth it if you are working with the animals. So about processing meat. I am using beef right now, but this is the same process for beef or pork. So if you have the electric, this makes it simple. You put it in there, turn it on, Do not grab it out of the bowl once it's done doing this. What you do is you pick up the bowl and put it into the sausage maker. And you press E to turn it on. And it makes the sausage for you like so. And there you have it. And then you can hang it up on one of these, or you can make one of the little storages that they have, but it's nice to just kind of use what's in the house already. Now, another thing you can do, just like with the milk, is once it's all in this bowl, you add an egg to it, and that increases your profits yet again. Another good use for eggs. Thanks for watching Tips and Tricks for Ranch Sim. Much appreciated that you tuned in. Thanks for watching part 1. Look out for part 2 as we learn more to the game. In the comments, if you want to leave a comment about what you want to learn more about, like building, or maybe what things you should build on the farm or what's worth it, then just let me know in the comments. Thanks, and as always, have a fantastic day. Bye.